I have hit the stream button. And of course, gonna wait for it to actually go live. I believe this part actually ends up in the videos. For those of you who are watching this on YouTube, yep, I am now live. Yay! Hello, everyone! You guys get to listen to me be super professional as I lead up into actually streaming. Welcome back! We are doing more Dragon Age today, Dragon Age Origins. I'm joined by my usual lovely co-host.
Oh, hi, Lore.
Don't even.
How was your stream life?
I regret everything. Alright, thanks everyone for coming by today. I hope you had a wonderful time. I'm gonna have to see you sometime tomorrow after I have done something inappropriate. Anyway.
Bum, 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 bum.
Oh my god. Alright, so that needs explanation right out the bat. Okay, so
Inside jokes.
Griffin and I have been watching various TV shows, movies, etc. All sorts of nice little things that we like to do while we're hanging out. And one of them is a Warner Brothers-based television show. So, and even though the rest of the tone of the show is completely, dark and gritty and all of that stuff, they have the musical sting at the beginning of it with Bugs Bunny leaning on the Warner Brothers logo, and the dun 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 dun. And between episodes, we would have conversations about what we had just watched, sometimes leaning on the side of serious or intense or something along those lines. And then I would say something, and then it would be like, yeah, he really has a very difficult path ahead of him. And then I would hit play on the next video, and it'd be dun 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 dun. Like, oh wow,
sarcastic ass show.
It's like it's sassing me for taking it seriously, and I was like,
It's like the playback equivalent of
exactly.
It's just like, hey, you know this subject you were talking about that was relating to the societal ramifications of this particular character portrayal or the philosophical approach that was taken to the overall message. Yeah, let's just take the piss out of that and,
I mean,
make
it
you
wasn't
feel like a dumbass for trying to take this seriously.
I know, and sometimes it would even follow me making a joke or a pun of some kind or something along those lines, so it was actually appropriate, and now we cannot hear it without thinking of the show sarcassing us. So,
Oh, yeah.
On top of that, there are so many inside jokes, and I have to be really careful, and I'm going to try to monitor my swearing. I'm going to try.
Emphasis on try.
No guarantees, excuse me.
Because we are both very used to speaking our minds without any sort of filter.
Well, it's more that neither of us see a particular problem when it comes to swearing. Like, as far as I'm concerned, swear words aren't that big of a deal. They can be intense, and if they're used as an epithet against other people, then not a great idea. But in terms of casual conversation, as long as it's not actually angry conversation, I don't see a problem with swearing. But, advertisers do not like swearing.
Yeah, well, it depends on the advertiser.
It does, but YouTube wants to make sure that it can have all of the advertisers, and since some advertisers don't like swearing, we've got to, in order to keep my channel monetized, I have to try and minimize that as best I can.
Yeah, and the hilarious thing about that is that some of you may not realize us YouTubers don't really get a say or any even informed note on what types of ads will be played over our videos. They will literally just throw any random ad on, and some of it is dependent on what you're saying, but none of us know beforehand what advertiser will be playing their ad over our videos.
So if you see an advertisement for PragerU on any of my videos, feel free to skip it. And in fact, honestly, if you want to go the extra mile to let YouTube know, hey, I don't appreciate you putting PragerU ads over Lorelai's videos because that's antithetical to her very being,
I'll take your word for it because I have no idea what PragerU is.
count your blessings. Long story short, couple of rich people founded this quote-unquote university where they do 5-minute videos explaining why capitalism is great, actually.
Oh, God. See, my mind was going in a completely different direction because PragerU, it sounds like some sort of weird like niche of like porn or something.
Yeah, well, it actually gets even better because they do a lot of men are the ones who are actually ostracized in society, actually.
Oh god,
And
it's a literal like men's right pushing university.
not even just that. Like they have, for example, I know that I saw one where there was a woman who was talking about boys are often ignored in class, whereas girls, when they raise their hands, are often listened to. Boys need more stimulation, and so, but the format of a lecture is much more suited to girls.
I
As it
think we've
is,
got enough stimulation as it is.
we are actually promoting girls to get into school more than boys. Girls are far more likely to get into college, and I'm like, that's because if a girl does not get a degree, she is less likely to actually get a job versus a guy who can actually forego getting a college degree and is more likely to still get a job, especially based on whatever connections he's getting. But of course, it's ignoring all of that and cherry picking whatever facts makes their side sound a lot more convincing. So
This feels like the like capitalist response to that one friggin' progressive toothpaste commercial or deodorant. Which one was it? Like, it's some sort of like hygienic product that a bunch of people threw a fit over just because it pointed out the fact that men can be misogynistic.
well, it pointed out the fact that men are socialized in a society that actually, this is a very interesting start to my gaming stream, but anyway, men are socialized with certain behaviors that end up leading into a sort of self-fulfilling, toxic environment. That men are socialized from a very early on age, that girls are either less than, or that they are the token, or that they are the extra, or that they don't have the same abilities or whatever. They're not the default. That man is default setting and woman is when you check an other status.
Even though biologically speaking, it's the complete opposite.
Biologically speaking, I mean, yeah. Anyway, and never mind that there's really not an opposite per se. It's just that we're likely to have more variance with more likely to have what we consider to be the female set of... Anyway, this is besides the point. Regardless, the only thing that the commercial said is we need to stop socializing our men to hate women, and people, of course, then responded, how dare you tell me not to hate women?
Like, I'm not sure if that's what started this whole fucking silence brand
language
that we've been seeing, or... Oh, right, sorry. But,
yeah,
it's just like apparently someone pointing out the obvious is problematic.
I will say, no, the silence brand stuff are things like the Wendy's Twitter, which they're getting all sassy with people and coming with the sarcastic and smart alecky responses to people. And they're like, the thing is that on the surface, yeah, it's funny, but the whole point of it, the only reason why they're actually doing that is to make you think of Wendy's. And not even necessarily in the sense of, ooh, I want a burger, but to put Wendy's in your mind so that next time you're hungry, you're more likely to call up Wendy's because, hey, the Twitter was really sarcastic with that one person and they're really smart and, hey, there's a Wendy's nearby. It's literally all about subliminal influence instead of directly forcing you to buy Wendy's.
I mean, Garfield said it best. You are not immune to propaganda.
Yeah, that's just it. I mean, I'm not immune to propaganda. That's the thing.
Yeah, no one is.
I try to be aware of where the influences are coming in.
Yeah, it's called subliminal for a reason.
Yeah, it's not a conscious thing. But, like, that's why the silence brand stuff is when you have the Wendy's or the other various Twitters that have gotten in on, and other social medias, like the Denny's Tumblr, for example, was another example of this. Where they try to get in on the millennial and the Gen Z crowds with all of the humor, and we're with you, we've got the memes, only they're actually very good at using those things and are hiring people from our generations to do these things to get people to like the brand, to then buy the goods, etc., etc. So the silence brand is in response to that, to try and remind people these are not people, they are brands, they are corporations, they are people that are sucking the life out of your average populace. So, anyway.
I will say that while I don't follow, brand, like, social media stuff, like, the one thing I have seen and, like, posts about them on, like, Tumblr or whatever, I will say the one bit of that I've been impressed with is the Arby stuff, because they have people there, I guess, in their HR department that actually do their research. Like, I remember, this, especially when it came to, like, the stuff they do with the cardboard figures. Like, I remember someone made, like, a cardboard figure of Ruby Scythe from Ruby, and they added the caption, "It's also a gun." So that indicates that they actually do their research when it comes to the stuff they post, regarding popular media and shows and stuff. I mean, I don't condone that they're doing it to get millennials in there, but I at least have to give them props for actually doing the minimum bit of research so that people realize what's going on.
And all of the corporations will actually do the minimum research to do exactly what you just said, which is to convince people, well, at least they're doing the research.
Yeah.
They want you to think, oh, well, they're on our side, or at least they're not as blood-suckingly parasitical as they could be.
Yeah, they're equally parasitic.
They're absolutely parasites. I believe that these are the parasites on the underbelly of society that are unfortunately, nevertheless, making us collectively ill and weaker. So, as far as I'm concerned, shave the parasites off and let's start again. But anyway, political conversations aside, anti-capitalist messages. I mean, okay, it's not exactly unusual for me to go in that direction, and once again, just emphasizing the need for us to put together some sort of podcast with the two of us.
Absolutely.
And that's just exactly it, Don. Yeah. Is Netflix my friend? Is Walmart my ally? Is Amazon pro-LGBT? The answer to all of those is no.
Yeah, and an even better answer is, who the hell cares? Like, they're in it for the money.
Premood lightning stream. We must shave off the parasites. We must seize the means of production for the proletariat.
The rumor come out. Does Lorelai is socialist?
You'll never... Actually, I've openly said as much, so... You'll never know. You've declared as much on your channel multiple times. You'll never know!
And again, I always... Whenever you pull up that voice, I always just picture just a little cat face.
I mean, that's literally... I literally put my hand to my face in exactly that gesture, so... Anyway... So, last we left off with Dragon Age, we had finished up over in Redcliffe. We now officially have the support, for the most part, of their army. We have saved them from a dire situation. However, Arl Eamon is still unconscious, comatose as a result of the poisoning, thanks to Jowen, who is now once again, unfortunately, back in the dungeons, despite his attempting to try and make things right. I think there was actually originally a way to persuade Tegan to let him go, but unfortunately I believe they cut that out of the full game, making it rather difficult to actually finish out his quest line. But anyway, we were able to save Connor because we got a whole bunch of... One of the reasons why I do the Circle Tower first, for example, outside of role-playing reasons, that it would make sense for Evelyn to go there first, is that way we don't have to go and try to complete the Circle Tower mission at the end of the Redcliffe mission, so that I can just go there and be like, hey guys, want to come help me with something? And they're like, okay. And they come with us to do a ritual to save Connor by going into the Fade and killing the demon that has possessed Connor. Everyone came out alive, no one was sacrificed with blood magic, and all things are fairly happy, and as a result, Alistair got really smoochy with us last time. Dragon Age kiss. Yep.
I mean...
Alistair going straight to third base after staring to Evelyn's lower parts for a bit. Yeah, that was, Yeah, there was a kiss. That I'm glad that that's what you guys are remembering the most out of the previous stream. To be fair...
Fall in love.
To be fair, that is one of the elements I actually really most love about this game. Not just the romance, but the character interaction stuff.
Hello, and welcome to the Grey Warden Host Club.
I'm going to pet Thumb.
I mean, what did we just talk about with trying to keep the sponsors?
What's wrong with petting Thumb? He's only smooth on accident. So, the thing is that we now have quite a few missions out of the way. I would say we're about a third of the way through the game at this point, which, yeah, that there is that much game in this game. We now have... What?
Sorry,
Motorbike
reminded
Chan?
me.
Oh
Yes,
my
we
God.
need that fan art of Thumb and Motorbike Chan.
Oh my god. Okay. Just...
Someone please get on that.
Okay. So, I'm trying to do business things here. So there's this mage guy standing here, Emissary Peather. Let's talk with him.
The Circle of Magi stands ready to assist, Grey Warden, as do the Templars of the Chantry.
Okay, hi, Tranquil. They will work together?
The sincerity of your cause has drawn them together under a common banner. It would not have happened otherwise.
Okay, I guess that just kicks you out of the
The
conversation.
Circle of Magi
Guess
stands
so.
ready to assist, Grey Warden, as do the Templars of the Chantry.
Do you need anything?
There are always areas to improve on, Grey Warden. The most useful for my talents are runes.
Okay, I guess. So, after you complete a recruitment quest in this game, like, say, the Circle Tower, you will start seeing these emissaries popping up in the camp, basically allies that you have actually recruited. The allied supply crates are where you can actually donate supplies to each of the various groups that you have actually recruited. So, in his case, it's going to be runes. However, I'm going to save the rune giving until towards the end, because I want to make sure that we have all of the runes that we possibly can and the best possible ones, and then donate all of the excess into there. Donating to the allies actually strengthens their teams in the final combat. And that is actually going to be important because you're going to want them to have quite a bit of strength, quite a bit of ability. They're going to be useful depending on how much you actually donate to them. Anyway,
If there's anything I can do for you, please tell me.
Huh. So, what's your story exactly?
Well, if you're really interested, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to tell you. I am originally from Orzammar, the famed dwarven city that lies beneath the stately Frostback Mountains. I was a merchant there, too. Merchant caste. These things are in the blood, you know. You can't just leave them behind. I ran a fairly successful business. Rare artifacts, you know. Old things, grand things. The nobles loved them. Reminded them of the lost glory days, I suppose.
So he brings up an interesting thing there. He says he was of the merchant caste. The dwarves have a caste system. You want to know what I think about caste systems?
Please inform us.
They involve vulgarities that I am not allowed to say live on the stream. But anyway, it is a system where you're born into like noble caste, merchant caste, warrior caste, etc., etc. And there's obviously the bottom, which is the casteless, as in the very most poorest people. They're often the ones that end up becoming criminals because they're literally not given any legitimate jobs anyway. It's basically a system that exploits the worst off to support the rest of them, and I find it to be a disgusting practice.
Yeah, it's not great.
The doors have American-esque accents, as do the elves in this game, and then they later take on like a Scottish accent. But anyway. Why did you leave?
One day, a noble woman came to my store. She looked around for a bit and then started shrieking in dismay. Apparently, she believed that a pair of braces I had for sale once belonged to her brother. He'd been lost in a cave-in, you see, while on an expedition to clear out the Darkspawn from one of the tunnels running close to the city. They were made specially for him. They're unique, she shrieked. He stole them from my poor brother's corpse. She had me arrested on the spot, of course. Nobles, they're touchy, aren't
Hi, Lucky. Well, I can understand why she was upset.
they? Well, I didn't steal them. You see, I'd been paying these castless thugs to venture out into the deep roads for me. The lost ties. They're full of things that people left behind. Sometimes you can find a treasure. Something worth a little gold.
Tigers are... So, the doors live underground. That's like a classic staple of fantasy. Tigers are various areas, like tunnels, various specific, like, cities that are built underground. That's all that means. I mean, better to do something with them than leave them to rot, I suppose.
That's exactly how I see it. The noblewoman, she wasn't too happy with the theft of her brother's braces. I don't know what they planned for me, and I didn't want to find out. Bribed the guard that was watching me and took off for the surface first opportunity I got. Never looked back.
Trying to decide the best response here.
I mean,
Fascinating story. Thank you.
You're quite welcome. Now, is there anything the boy or I can get you?
Well. Oh. But where do these goods come from? Not the deep roads.
Look, we don't rob people, all right? We don't take things from people that need them. The things in the lost ties, what good did they do lying there? I brought them back to Orzammar, where people could look at them and remember. It's not all that different up here. There are places long abandoned by the humans everywhere. Even more now with the Darkspawn coming.
What do you mean?
People flee from the Blight with good reason, but they forget things. Things with value and meaning. They leave them behind because they're frightened and desperate. And sometimes, my boy and I, we find our way to these places before the Horde descends, and we save these things. I take them away so the Darkspawn don't get them. Is that so bad? They destroy everything they touch.
Well, it's morally gray at best. We don't rob people, we just rob people that are already dead. I suppose it's better than having the Darkspawn take it all.
That's what I tell myself, too. Ah, these are dark times indeed. Dark times, my friend.
You didn't mention your son in your tale.
Ah, yes. I'm married to a fine woman back in Denerim, it's true. She'd give me a son if she could, but that's not likely to ever be. Sandal here, I found him in the deep roads years ago. Abandoned, I think, and he was never quite right in the head. I took him in, and I brought him with me when I came here to the surface. He may not be my blood, true, but I think of him as one.
We left Orzammar.
That's right, boy. Maybe one day we'll see it again.
So it's interesting that he brings up being married to a woman in Denerim because, especially given the events that happen in the next game, it raises an eyebrow for me. He shows up again. And there's no mention of his wife after this point. Now, there's always a chance, given that this is war, that she ended up dying somehow, but even so, you'd think that there would have been a mention of it at some point.
you would think.
Blood isn't all that important.
That's how I've always felt.
Cat?
As long as he's happy, so am I. It's not as if I don't benefit, mind you. Turns out the boy's a natural working with enchantments. He might have even been lyrium-addled. I never thought of that before, to be honest. Happens sometimes. He can work an enchantment into just about anything, however, given some time. Could probably open his own shop, if he knew how.
Apparently Fur Baddy has opinions.
Well, he does seem to enjoy it, at least.
I'm so sorry for that. So, Garrus comes up and he starts stabbing my chair. I turn around to poke him in the side to try and dissuade him from stabbing my chair. And he made that sound you guys all heard. I turned back to face the game, and he jumped up onto the side of the chair, which is between me... Hi, cat. Between me and my little recording booth that I have put together, which has, like, foam and is made out of a cardboard box and all of that stuff. It's good for recording stuff. I don't have my mic in it at the moment, but anyway. So I start to nudge him off, and Garrus latches onto the foam in the recording booth thing that I have. And that was what all of that commotion was.
Yeah. Cats be like that.
He's now giving me this look. He's on the back of my chair, and he's giving me this look like, how dare you? Let me see your wares, Bowden.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected. And with your discount.
Discount, huh? Well, it'll be a good idea to stock up on some things. I think he actually may restock between missions, and maybe I'm completely wrong with that.
I mean, only one way to find out.
I mean, exactly. I think he does, actually. Because that Tome of Arcane Technique, again, only popped up. Alright. The Phoenix Armory is in here, as well as the Blood Dragon stuff. I'm probably not going to be picking up the Blood Dragon stuff. The spell word is good, but not as good as what I got. So. And these here, you may recognize, are also runes. And I can pick up another golden rope necklace in case I want to give that to Morrigan, but I don't. And I think I've showed these before, but a lot of these are specific gifts that are part of the feast days and prank, whatever it's called. That there's a specific DLC for that. And there's another backpack. I'm going to expand my backpack. Okay. So, going to read the Tome of Arcane Technique. And explode in a puff of smoke, apparently. Almost pathetic noises when you pick them up. Yeah, I mean, it depends on the cat. Some cats are fine with carriers, others are... Others will die internally and externally.
Yeah, I've noticed a recurring trend, like, across... When I'm watching videos of cats, you know, or even just with my own experience with cats, they all tend to get into their more human-esque vocal sounds. Like, a lot of it's like, wow, wow. Yeah, which is like, hello, excuse me, could you possibly not?
Blue Shadow. It's funny you mentioned that. I haven't yet.
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
I think that's a good mix. Well,
it seems we have a consensus in the chat about cats, in fact, being like that.
Uh-huh. So you may notice that I've actually had a couple of things pop up on here. Battlefield, Refugees, and Caravan. These are actual various quests that I have picked up, either from, like, Chander's boards or things like that. I also will probably need to go back to the Red Cliff Village and check out what they've got at some point. Probably soon, even. In fact, I may as well do that now. Am I going to get a cutscene? I'm getting attacked between Redcliffe Castle and Redcliffe Village. Ah, yes, it is a cutscene. Shh.
Sire, I have more news.
Yes. Well, it seems that the fighting has gone
Enough.
exactly as you...
I would like to know what you intend to accomplish, Father. Should we not be fighting the Darkspawn instead of each other?
The nobility shall be brought into line and then the Darkspawn defeated. This is no true Blight, Honora. Only Kaelin's vanity demanded it be so.
Beg pardon, sire. But Blight or no, we may not have the manpower to face the Darkspawn soon.
Kalen approached your legions for support, did he not?
Never! Marek and I drove those bastards out! Not roll out the welcome for them now!
We need help, Father. We cannot deal with this crisis alone.
Ferelden will stand on its own! I will lead it through this, Honora. You must have faith in me.
Did you kill Kalen?
Kalen's death was his own doing.
Oh, okay, just Darkspawn. That's great. Anyway, so that's an interesting little cutscene. It doesn't appear that Honora is particularly happy with Daddy Dearest. And of course the question, did you kill Kalen? Now, I'm going to actually agree with him that Kalen's death was his own doing, because he decided to put himself on the flippin' battlefield. But, you know. Anyway, let's fight some Darkspawn. Oh, hey, you guys up there. Well, I've got something for you.
You get an early grade. You get an early grade.
Let's make this quick.
We must have victory.
Oh, I think I know what this is. Hey, Darkspawn leader! Want some electricity? I've got some for you. Whoa, hey, Win. Thanks for healing me. That was a little delayed there.
I still feel like at some point I need to get you a squishy mage shirt.
I'm sorry, what?
I need to get you a squishy mage shirt at some point.
Also, by the way, how is the game audio versus my audio? Can you hear us all okay, by the way?
I'll give that a test myself.
I'm not being mad about her. Well, okay. Yeah, the ah is Liliana trying to sing for us as a bard. Also, I believe we're about to hit another cutscene.
Victorious.
I think. Okay, not just yet. Good, because I'm going to collect from all the dead bodies, like I just almost nearly chastised Bodan for doing.
I mean,
I didn't actually. Because that's the thing, Oh, what? Okay, I guess there are more of these fuckers. Excuse me, folks. Alright.
Trap right ahead.
Well, that's good.
Trap right ahead.
Thanks, Ileana.
Right ahead.
Thanks, Ileana.
Yes, of course.
Come, let's have a move on.
Alright. Just
Well, all right.
the item collection in later games gets actually legitimately horrendous. Let's see, which is the way for... Okay, I think it's out this way. Alrighty. Well, that was a nice little break.
As you desire.
Okay. Win?
I fell.
No, really. Oh, that's literally one of the options. No, really. Are you alright?
For a moment there, I thought it was all over.
And thought what was over?
Everything. I will explain everything when we are back at camp. Now is not the time.
When collapsing in the middle of the road is not something that you explain later, I guess.
And so I shall.
Yes.
Don't disrespect her like that. To be fair, I think we all disrespect her like that.
I mean,
So yeah, back in Redcliffe to deal with some of the immediate fallout.
The danger to Redcliffe isn't over. A civil war rages and the Darkspawn army draws near. I'm ready to fight again.
geez, Jay
if
coming
need
in with
be.
the ageism.
For Ferelden and the Arl!
For Ferelden on the Arl! Alright, I love that this is still all set up, apparently. Knight Commander Harith, which I believe that's actually related to a quest line. I just need to actually activate that quest line first.
God.
Wow.
Jesus.
Guys.
Yeah. Okay, so like, in all seriousness, let's maybe lay off a bit of the character dissing at this point.
Lovely.
Oh, good! There's no quests available at this time! Oh god, I got used to the jumping mechanic, how dare I. Okay, no more available quests there either. Alright.
I mean, yeah, that's a good reason not to disrespect someone, Jay.
Yeah?
When? Is this yours?
Just because mages are squishy doesn't make them any less deadly.
Roland, thank you, dear. I was wondering where it got to.
You left it by the fire at camp.
Oh, yes, I remember now. How age creeps up on you and brings with it forgetfulness.
You're a great mage, Wen, and you're sharper and wiser than many people I know. Some young ones, too.
Oh, but you should have seen me 15, 20 years ago. The fires have dimmed somewhat since then. But thank you, Marianne, for picking up after this old lady.
Aw. Liliana is actually legitimately a sweetheart. She's a lot of things. A sweetheart being among them.
Yeah.
There are many opinions of her. Alright, hi Lloyd.
If it isn't the hero of the day, what can I...
Okay, so you've got nothing that I need, so you can go eat your stock. Alright, so this trip back into town was pretty much completely worthless. I was trying to check and see if there was anything new, any new quests or anything, because my plan for today is to try and tackle some of these side quests.
Right.
Yeah, Lloyd survived. And that sounded like a bear, something.
Man bear pig.
Stop! Please don't ever invoke that. Ever.
Okay. I won't be all that super serial on this.
I will destroy you. Anyway.
You will try.
I will succeed. I'm gonna go after the caravan first. The only person who was evil, you were not. If you actually check out Sarad's playthrough, he went on a, what would be considered a genocide run of the Dragon Age games. Oh, okay, caravan being destroyed by a bunch of Darkspawn. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is, yeah. So, Genlock emissaries, by the way, are the ones that can do magic. You having trouble with that over there, Alistair? So this was just a little side quest that allows us to pick up some extra stuff if we want to get a little more experience. Those poor dead cows. I believe this was what we would have even picked up over in Red Cliff over there. Okay, Genlock Alpha. Genlock. Each of the Darkspawn, by the way, just as a little bit of a fact, are each actually supposed to be Darkspawn of specific races. The Herlock, being one of the most prolific, is actually based on the on humans. The Genlock is based on dwarves. There is a type called Shrieks, which are based on the elves. And we remember that big hulking ogre thing that we saw? The one that was at the top of the tower when we were back in Ostagar? Those are based on the Kunari. The Kunari become gigantic ogre beasts that can crush you in one hand.
Sounds about right.
That's an interesting question, J-Dude. I will say that I think it's because of the nature of the Blight itself and the Darkspawn and Curse, which is based, most likely, in elements from the Fade. Because that's where the Curse even came from. So I think it's more that the Darkspawn genetic programming overrides the base programming of the species that it creates.
Yeah.
Anyway, so now refugees. Let's go take care of... Oh, I'm going to get attacked on the way. Great.
Because of course.
Dead refugee. Oh, demons! Okay. Alright, yeah, let's give us a little firestorm and... No, wait, fire is good for them. Alright, let's do... that. Guys! I explicitly wanted you guys to tank. You guys want to, like, not let them kill me? Okay.
This to me like reminds me of like when you've got a D&D party that puts way more thought into like character design and backstory than they do learning the rules of the game.
Oh my fucking god, you guys! Oh my fucking god, you stupid fuckers! Tank!
Most of much for this video getting
Tank for the squishy mage! What? No, I didn't need that. Okay, I guess I'm just less injured now, that's fine. Anyway...
for the memories, even if they weren't so great.
So you will actually have some random encounters like this while you're traveling around the map. Some of them are pre-programmed. They're just like little combat sequences like that. Sometimes they'll include a little joke with them or some kind of little bit of snippet of lore. Sometimes they're really obscure ones that actually reference other stories. There's the Superman one, and there's the Sword in the Stone one. And if you're able to actually trigger the Superman reference, you actually get a specific medal that you can't really easily find elsewhere in the game. Anyway. So now we're at the caravan. Or, no, the refugees. Wait, whatever this one was. This was refugees. No! Darkspawn!
Today we're going to be focusing on the side quests.
Alright, let's see. Okay. I'm gonna try and save as many of these refugees as I can. Oh, Jesus Christ. They're gonna kill her. I'm gonna die. Yeah, that woman's gonna die. There's nothing else I can do for her. Oh well. Yeah. This might not be good. There seem to be far fewer refugees over there. Great job projecting them, guys. Not that I did much better. 2 of them died over here, so I guess fuck me, and I'm about to die. God damn it! And you... Oh, you do. Revival. Okay. Back. I'm not seeing any refugees alive. I've got 1. Oh, okay. Ugh.
Right there.
Okay. More refugees survived than I thought.
Lovely.
I mean,
Good. Ooh, malachite. And I've got an injury now, so that... I would love it if that injury kit that I took earlier actually, like, retroactively applied. The one I took by accident.
Oh, thank you, Maker. Thank you, thank you.
I did the best I could, citizen.
Well, all right.
Unfortunately, many of your number died because I suck.
Oh, thank you, Maker. Thank you, thank you.
Oh, they all have the same voice.
Oh, thank you, Maker. Thank you, thank you.
They all have the same voice.
I thought we were done for certain.
Except for her.
As
when
you
you're
deserve.
working on a budget.
Yeah. Okay. Lesser injury kits are for, like, when you fall in battle and you get this little status thing, like cracked skull, penalty to cunning. You take one of those, you heal up an injury. Alright. So, I'm gonna take a brief break from my quest to the side quest to go back to camp and save.
I have been studying Mother's Grimoire. Do you wish to hear what I have found?
Hi, Morgan. What did you find?
'Tis not what I expected. I had hoped for a collection of her spells, a map of the power that she commands. But this is not it.
Yet you look disturbed.
Disturbed? Yes, perhaps that is the right word. One thing in particular within her writings disturbs me. Here, in great detail, Flemeth explains the means by which she has survived for centuries.
I guess by Lucky.
Yeah.
A spell of immortality?
Oh, if only 'twere so. Flemeth has raised many daughters over her long lifetime. There are stories of these many witches of the wilds throughout chastened legend, yet I have never seen a one, and always wondered why not. And now I know. They are all Flemeth. When her body becomes old and wizened, she raises a daughter, and when the time is right, she takes her daughter's body for her own.
Oh. So why would she risk sending you with me?
I do not know. Perhaps 'tis as she said, the Darkspawn threaten her as much as they threaten anyone else. Or perhaps she believes that this journey will make me more powerful. According to the tome, if the host is already powerful and trained in magic, it takes far less time for Flemeth to settle in.
I mean, you will be gaining experience over the course of this. Like, literally, you'll be leveling up, so I suppose so. So, if you died, she would have another daughter?
Not by any natural means. Perhaps I should take this as a vote of confidence from her on my capabilities. Or perhaps she simply wished me gone from the Kolkari wilds, so she could prepare her ritual in peace. A disturbing thought.
So, is Flemeth immortal or not?
Whatever spark of the demon that made her what she is remains within her, keeps her from dying of old age, but her body deteriorates. Eventually, she would be so wizened as to be senseless and immobile. So, she must seek a new body, a fresh body, and start the cycle anew.
The Morgan cosplayers use a lot of double-sided tape. And there's also actually a bra under there. We just don't see it because it's technically covered by the hoodie thing that she wears, but...
And it's also technically floss.
It's not floss. She actually has some nipple coverage, but anyway. And you had no idea. I'm so sorry.
Do not be sorry. I am not. I am angry. There is only one possible response to this. Flemeth needs to die.
I will not sit about like an empty sack waiting to be filled. Flemeth must be slain, and I need your help to do it.
Kill Flemeth? Isn't that a little extreme?
It may seem so. If you think of Flemeth as a mother, think of her instead as an ancient abomination that intends to use her own flesh and blood to extend her life beyond all natural limits. She did not wish anyone to get a hold of this information, least of all me. Now I have. If I do not act on what I know, then more the fool am I.
Why do you need my help?
Because if she is slain while I am near, I am not certain that she will not simply be able to take possession of me right there. So obviously I cannot be the one to do it.
Yeah, the Baba Yaga, the Witch of the Wilds, the old lady... What? The Bat in the Woods, yes.
Yeah, it's just... Like, I love how, like, it gets more specific. Like, as the thing goes on, it's like... Her mother, the old Bat in the Woods, you know, the Baba Yaga.
I wonder if she probably ate that stew. Very well. I'll help you if I can.
Then what needs to be done is for you to go back to Flemeth's hut in the Kakari Wilds without me. Confront her and slay her quickly. I doubt she will truly be dead even then, but it will take her years to find a new host and recover her power, if that is even possible. The thing I must have is her true grimoire. With it, I can defend against her power in the future. Everything else in her hut is yours.
Do I have a time limit on this?
Not really, but the sooner the better, no?
I'll see what I can do.
I am grateful. The sooner this can be done, the sooner it will set my mind at ease.
Morgan approves. See, the reason why I'm holding on to and hoarding all of the gifts for my companions is because I try to get their approval up as organically as possible. Are you warming your hands by the Evelyn? Excuse you. You want to try that again? Huh?
Which would you rather have? A member of your party warming their hands off of you, or someone just staring Evelyn in the junk for a solid minute?
I mean, give her a minute. She may reach out again. Anyway, so Morgan has a very interesting quest line here. Her mother may possess her at some point. And she's asked me to help prevent that from happening. Anyway, something else that happened, I mean, I'm going to save first so I don't end up having to lose all sorts of progress. Which was the point of coming back here anyway. But Wynne mentioned that she would tell us something at camp.
What's on your mind?
Oh, God! I think I shouldn't have disturbed you.
It is no trouble.
I guess she doesn't want to talk about it yet. Okay.
I guess.
Ooh, that was a long day. Time for some kill my mother!
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
Well, looks like we got a consensus. Okay. So, battlefield. This was one where we were told about some of Logain's battling in the field. That's actually what Arl Howe was making reference to. The fighting is going well, but we're losing a lot of men to this. There's a lot of civil war happening within the Benorn, i.e. the nobles throughout Ferelden. Hello from Germany again.
Hey.
Yeah, Evelyn. I make weird friends. Why are we... Okay, fine. Oh, cutscene.
Concentrate, like we practiced. Now, fire!
On what? Oh, the Darkspawn. Oh, okay. Fair enough. I mean... Screen. Alright. Okay. Let's, oh, what? What? I wasn't even near you! Alright, if you, mother scrappers want to do this... Listen, okay? Don't you dare! Was that the last of them? Good. Yay, we saved the mages. Ooh, pumpkins. I never noticed those before.
Huh.
Is it true? Is this the Great Blight? Discipline and focus. The Master says we will help in the battles to come.
They have the exact same voice.
I'm taking these apprentices to Redcliffe. The first enchanter says you need every able-bodied mage for the war. They're young, but capable enough, as you saw.
Yeah? Yeah, I saw they were pretty capable, yes. Alistair, buddy, we need to work on your tanking. You need to figure out how to do it.
As you desire.
And this is supposed to be part of your existing training, might I add. Okay. Still need level 12 on that. Ooh. Some tasty, tasty skills. Mmm, delicious skills. Alright, well, I'm going to save real quick. I mean, not at camp, but I suppose technically.
Yeah.
The fan art begins. Darkspawn, swole, mother's... Capable, they stood there while Mr. Herlock was like, hi, I'm just gonna swing my axe. They were actually doing some damage. I will give them credit for that, and quite frankly, I mean, it comes down to, you don't have a pawn to be a masterful attacker. You have a pawn to draw the attack while you make the maneuvers with the real pieces of your set.
Yeah. I mean, the meat shield tactic does have merit.
Uh-huh. Even if all they do is whittle away a tiny bit of their health, that's still a little less health that I have to take off of them myself. Now, that is the perfectly practical point of view on this, but yes, every person that actually bands together to help with something makes a significant difference in the whole power of the force that's being used. And I'm still on my way to the battlefield.
Boy.
But by giving him precise tactics, because Ragnar, that would require effort. You should know better by now. Alright. Oh, I remember now.
They'll come flooding back to you.
I remember what this area is.
Clearly, just a gay old...
So there are a bunch of dead bodies and a bunch of wolves. Soldier's diary. You found the conscripts of the Company East Hill dead to a man. Report this unfortunate news to the Chantry Board. Yep, so unfortunately, the entire company is now dead.
So I shall.
Why did you walk like that?
Worry
Evelyn!
about it.
There was no reason for your pathing to do that. Hi, wolves. Yeah, I'm just gonna stand in the wolf.
I've defeated one. Another foe fallen, is it?
I've defeated one, says Win. Congratulations, Win. You've defeated one.
You get a gold star.
You get credit.
Yeah. 3 cheers for Bucket Mage.
I hate that.
You have to expect it with that fucking hat. Or flipping hat, scratching. YouTube.
Asshole. You tried to be merciful to a wolf, Liliana? You're right. There is trouble. There's another wolf. I tried to be merciful, she cries. Alistair? Alistair! Alistair!
You good, Al?
He ran away from the wolf back to me! You are a terrible tank!
He's already hiding behind your skirt.
To be fair, he tried to crawl inside it earlier. Yeah, I know what I said!
I mean... I still love how he just... For anyone who doesn't know, in the last stream we did, there was a point where, like, an idle animation played where Alistair just crouched down and looked ahead as though he was, like, investigating something or thinking about it, right in front of Evelyn here. So, his eyeline was right in line with, well, use your imagination. Agreed.
Oh, it's a bear!
I warned you about bears, bro.
Are you guys gonna attack it? No! Oh good, now since I did the most damage to it, it's coming after me!
Well, of course Alistair's broken Ragnar. He's in a BioWare game.
Oh, this has gone well, you say, Win? Yeah, sure, that's the definition of going well. The bear has no eyes. No, literally.
Oh, bother.
You see through the eyes to the other side of the bear. What is this?
There's some deeper message at work here.
As you desire.
I mean, we established early on in the LP that bears are sort of synonymous with demons.
I guess. Anyway, I think now we're going to get a cutscene relevant to what just happened before. The thing that Win mentioned.
I lied to you, you know.
Okay, no.
I left Orlais.
Now it's Liliana's turn to greet us the second we reach camp. Okay. Alright. So you didn't get tired of the life?
In a way I did. But these feelings were triggered by events which I did not tell you about. I didn't feel like talking about it then. What happened to me? Maybe it will affect us, maybe not, but You should know. I came to Ferelden and the Chantry because I was being hunted in Orlais.
Hunted? What for?
I was framed. Betrayed by someone I thought I knew and could trust. Marjolaine. She was my mentor and friend. She taught me the bardic arts, how to enchant with words and song, to carry myself like a highborn lady, to blend in as a servant. The skills I learned, I used to serve her, my bard master, because I loved her, and because I enjoyed what I did.
You loved her?
She was a remarkable woman. I cannot fully express the admiration I had for her, or the depth of my affection. I thought I knew her. My devotion to her blinded me to her less than noble attributes. You can say it was my fault. There was a man I was sent to kill. I was to bring Marjolaine everything he carried. I don't know who this man was. She gave me a name and a description, and I hunted him down. I found documents on his body, sealed documents.
Important documents?
It turns out that they were. My curiosity got the better of me. Something told me that I needed to know what was in those letters. Marjolaine had been selling all kinds of information about Orlais to other countries, Nevarra and Antiva among others. It was treason.
Isn't that what bards do?
Some. But I had always assumed Marjolaine only operated within Orlais. This was an unhappy surprise for me. My life as bard taught me that my loyalties should be kept fluid. My concern was not that she was a traitor, but that her life would be in danger if she was caught. Orlais has been at war with so many countries. It takes a harsh view of such things, as I later discovered.
What do you mean?
I should have left well alone, but I didn't. I had to tell Marjolaine I feared for her life. She brushed aside my concern. She admitted her guilt, but said it was in the past. That is why the documents had to be destroyed, she said. I believed her. I kept believing, up till the moment they showed me the documents, altered by her hand, to make me look the traitor.
She betrayed you?
Yes, the Orlesian guards. They captured me. Did terrible things to make me confess and reveal my conspirators. It was a traitor's punishment I endured. And at the end of it, all that awaited me was eternity in an unmarked grave.
How did you get out?
The skills Marjolaine taught me were good for something at least. I broke free when I saw the opportunity. I did not seek Marjolaine out. If she thought I was coming for her, she would have me caught again.
And so you came to Ferelden. To Lothering.
I was tempted to confront her. I was furious, betrayed. But what could I do against her? And so I fled to Ferelden, to the Chantry and the Maker. Ferelden protected my person, and the Maker saved my soul. And that is the reason I am here. The real reason. No more lies between us, at least in this.
Thank you for trusting me with this.
It feels good to have this off my chest. Thank you for listening and understanding.
Liliana approves. Alright. That's good. Let's see.
Something I can help with? Yes? What's on your mind?
Nothing. Okay. So, okay. That's taken care of.
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
My usual party and I, let's see. Well, we may as well go to Sulcher's Pass. That is one of the other side quests that are still here.
I mean...
Some of you will know what awaits, especially if you've seen previous playthroughs, and of course I'm getting attacked on the way, because why not? Oh, Kunari mercenaries? And assassins? And oh, okay. Oh, I see. I mean... Oh, a witch! Alistair.
Oh, stop. Don't kill him.
He's already dead! He's already dead!
What? Why not?
He is no common bandit.
Oh God!
None of them
Her eyes!
Their weapons and armor are of fine make, and they are well trained. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? Who are you?
Someone who regrets taking you on. I was told it would be an easy job. Kill the little red-haired girl. Deal with the others as we please.
Kill the... You came to kill me?
I mean, I guess they got so jealous of our party members being aflame. They wanted in on the action.
He's taking being on fire really well.
I mean, to be fair, so is the rest of your party.
I mean, they're not on fire, they're just glowing with a faint aura. This guy's literally on fire.
Spit hot fire.
Does this have something to do with Orlais?
It could. You may be right. Who sent you? Why am I wanted dead?
I don't pay to ask why someone wants someone else dead. I just need to know what to do and where to get my money. Ha! Money. I'll be lucky to get away with my life, it seems. Maybe we can work something out. You like the idea?
Speak quickly.
I've no real quarrel with you. Wasn't me that wanted you dead. But I know how you can find the one who does.
This is like I talking about I may as well be dead.
You don't say.
What's his name?
Never found out. Got the feeling the man I spoke to was doing someone else's bidding too. I have some directions written down on how to get to the house. It's in Denrim. Yeah, it's the best I can do.
Thank you. Now leave. I never want to see you again.
You could see the fire inside his mouth. Yes, go. Be grateful for your life.
Don't worry. I'll not trouble you no more.
I mean, no, because you're dead.
Marjolaine, it has to be.
I thought you had escaped from her.
I thought the same. Maybe someone saw me. Maybe she's finally found me and wants to finish what she started.
What do you wish to do?
She needs to answer for what she's done to me. If we are ever in Denrim, I would like to seek her out.
We'll go as soon as possible.
Perhaps it's time to settle this score for good.
What a coincidence that we just had this conversation right before running into this pack of assassins. What a strong coincidence that we happened to actually have this, and only after you actually told us about this. I can't imagine how that happened. I can't imagine how we were so fortunate as to only encounter these guys after actually having run into, like, that conversation with you in camp. Because it would have been really awkward to try and have this conversation after or before you'd actually explained to us who was actually after you. Anyway.
I love how so many of the memorable moments from this LP have involved fire.
Oh, I know.
Like the square fire from the first like couple episodes, and then like just the NPCs walking into fire when you're defending the village. And now this this Mother Scratcher who apparently took part in the one chip challenge before he tried to ambush you.
I am amazed. I mean, if I really wanted to accuse him of something, I could have said, liar, liar, pants on fire. And the rest of you, too.
I mean...
Anyway, so welcome to one of the quest DLCs in this game.
As you desire.
Felix. I don't like your name.
And so I shall.
I mean, I would imagine you, of all people, would appreciate that name.
You'll have to forgive me if I seem a bit nervous. Not many people travelling in this part of Ferelden. Of course, that's part of my problem, isn't it? Mule got spooked by a wisp and ran off into the woods. Now what do I do?
Deal with it. Just... Oh, you can actually ask her. Are you asking me to find your mule? Which is like one of those, because you get so many side quests where people send you off to do stupid stuff. And... like, he'll actually respond with, like, no, I can deal with that myself. Just, what are you doing out here?
Waiting for my helper to find the damn mule, of course. Freezing! Oh, I suppose you meant, why am I out here? As in this part of the country. Allow me to introduce myself. Felix de Grosbois, merchant and entrepreneur at your service.
Hi, voice of Cullen. AKA Greg Ellis. Let's try not to be spoilerific, guys. As much as I appreciate your enthusiasm, let's try not to be spoilerific.
Yeah.
I'm Evelyn. Pleased to meet you.
I don't normally take this route, but with the war, I was hoping for a bit of luck and good weather in the mountains. Sadly, I've had neither. Ugh, this trip has been one miserable disaster after another. I don't suppose you consider helping a fellow out?
You sound exactly like someone who had a major crush on me when I was in the tower, so of course I'm willing to help you. What do you need?
Of all the other things that went wrong, the worst is this artifact I brought in Jada. It's a control rod, I'm told, for a golem. No point in me keeping it, however, as I'll never get to use it. But, maybe you could?
What does a control rod do?
The dwarf I brought it from said it activates and controls a golem. So long as you have it in your hand, the golem does what you say. Might be useful, no? I mean, you look like the sort who could use one, yes?
What's the catch?
The catch? Yeah, I suppose it is a catch, isn't it? The catch is that the golem didn't come with the rod. It's supposed to be down in a village down south, waiting to be activated. Even if I could get down there, which I can't, I understand the place has been overrun by darkspawn. That's not such an issue for adventurous types like yourself, surely? Or I'm hoping that's so, at least.
How do I know this will even work?
The fellow I brought it from is a long-standing
You keep
contact.
saying brought.
He didn't want to come to Ferelden, however.
Instead of bought.
Troubles. He said he got it from the man who owned this golem. But to be honest, I have no idea if it will work. Hence the low price. What do you say?
You keep saying, again, you keep saying brought when you're saying bought. How much do you want for it?
Nothing. I just don't want to have to lug around something that might be taken for a gemstone by some bandit. To be honest, I don't even know if it'll be useful to you. I paid too much to simply throw it away.
Yes, I think I could use it.
Just as well. As I mentioned before, you'll find the golem down south, in a town called Honleith. I'll mark it here on your map. Just hold up the rod and say Dulav Gar. That will wake the golem up, so I'm told. I hope it works.
A personal golem? Well, and if it doesn't?
Maybe you could look up the fellow who owned the golem before. If he's still about, that is. Best of luck to you then. Now, I guess it's up to me to find that mule myself.
The golem in Homlaith.
Lovely.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna briefly save again. Because again, better save than sorry. Alright, I'm gonna go back to camp. See if this triggers the conversation that I keep hinting at.
I think I owe you an explanation for what happened earlier.
There we go. Yes, you had me quite worried.
You should know that something happened to me at the tower before you came along. You spoke to Petra, did you not? She told you I saved her from a demon. I did, but I did not survive that encounter.
Guys, please stop. Oh. I love this line. This case of death is taking a while to kick in then. That's a very logician line.
I mean...
But you're standing right here.
Let me explain fully. I engaged a very powerful demon to rescue Petra. It sapped me of all my energy and will and left me drained. It took everything I had to defeat it. And when I was done, I no longer had the strength to keep my heart beating. I remember my life ebbing away. Everything receded from me. Sound, light. I remember being enveloped in complete, impenetrable darkness. And then I sensed a presence enfolding me and cradling me, whispering quietly to me. The sensation is impossible to describe. I was being held back, firmly but gently, as a mother would a child, eager to slip from her grasp. I felt life and warmth flowing through my veins again. I began to be aware of small sounds and the discomfort of my hip pressing into the cold stone of the tower floor.
When, in the process of explaining that she died and was somehow brought back to life, is interrupted by the opinions of a cat.
This just in, local cat has opinions about zombies. I think I heard another cat joining in.
No, that was just the same one. Oh my god. How can it, like, again, I'm just picturing, like, in the middle of Wind talking, Evelyn holding up a finger and saying, hang on a second. Cat! Oh, Lord. Was that a... Oh. No, I got two of the cats right here. I don't know exactly where Sir Pounce is. And that's Blackjack being vocal.
Yeah.
But I know what the other meow was.
Yeah.
It wasn't a cat. Anyway. So yeah, so she died, but something drew her back to life. That is an amazing story.
The Fade contains spirits both benevolent and malicious. The benevolent spirits seldom make themselves known, because they want nothing from mortals, unlike the demons. It was one of these spirits that saved me. Without it, I would be dead. And it has not left me. It is with me, even now, bonded to me. You see, I am supposed to be dead. It is the spirit that is keeping me in this world. And this is not the way of things. Perhaps the spirit did not expect this, but it is weakening gradually. I am living on borrowed time.
So remember the conversation earlier, and some of you may not, where she was talking about abominations and that what makes an abomination is losing yourself and all of that stuff. And Evelyn responded with, well, if you truly have your mind still, then you're not an abomination. She seemed really relieved by that. Yeah, this would be why. Could Wynn be some kind of positive abomination? I mean, yeah, that's basically what she is, Ragnar. She is a person who is possessed by a spirit of the Fade. This is not exactly a spoiler, but within the world of Dragon Age, spirits and demons are actually pretty much the same thing, but spirits are the ones that, when they see humans treading through their world and having their dreams, they observe their virtues, things like love and healing and kindness and compassion. And they take those traits into themselves and try to emulate them, because the spirits of the Fade do not actually have much individual will.
Right.
They have no substance. So they see these traits that humans bring with them, or other dreamers anyway, and are like, ooh, I want to be that. Now, the demons are the ones who either are those spirits who become corrupted, or the ones who observe traits like greed and pride, or sloth and whatnot, and they're like, ooh, I like that, I'm going to embody that.
Yeah, and this is something that is by no means a new, like, spin on the mythos regarding spirits and the like. I mean, even going back to, like, First Testament stuff, angels and demons are essentially the same thing. It's just a matter of allegiance.
Yeah. So, when she says that she has the spirit with her, she is effectively an abomination, at least in terms of how they normally classify it. It is a spirit possessing what is effectively a dead person, but one whose soul is still intact. So, abomination isn't quite the right word, but she is effectively the same mechanic at play. If doors don't go to the Fade, then where do they go? They just sleep. They don't have any connection to the Fade. Anyway, excusez-moi. Then we will make the best of that time.
Yes, that we will.
Alright, that was that conversation at last. You know, while I'm here, I'm gonna pet the thumb. Aw, he rolls around on his back happily, and then I pet him again. And he rolls around happily on his back again.
It's a vicious cycle.
Of thumb wagging, I guess. Anyway, so we're getting a lot of the personal backstory stuff in this episode, which is nice.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
So now, Honleith. And we're getting attacked on the way again, of course.
Also, Blue Shade, I imagine it's off to work, Fago.
Stop. Oh, okay. Vessel of the Spirit. A new ability for Wynn.
Also, let's just ignore the fact that you're currently getting attacked by road warriors.
So, Wynn has unlocked a new ability. Hi, Herlock Omega. Good to see us.
As you deserve.
Alright. Since you want to fight like that. You okay there, Win? Win? Okay. Ooh, a diamond. Might as well take that too.
Time for more darkspawn, I see.
Yes. Yes, it is. A lot more darkspawn, it seems.
Interesting and draining.
And now your dripping aura has reached the Super Saiyan stage. Okay. What was that? Did you summon the spirit?
I called forth the spirit that sustains me so that it could lend us aid. I did not realize it would take this much out of me. It seemed a good idea at the time, if a little rash. I think it may have weakened the spirit a little.
That makes sense.
Anyway, I feel quite all right now. And it seems that my little trick could be useful in a pinch.
You know yourself best.
I promise I'll be careful. And thank you. Your concern is touching.
So, oops.
Your desire is my command.
Never mind. Accidentally clicked on Alistair there.
All right.
And when he opens up with, your desire is my command, it's like, there are others here, Alistair. I don't know, man. I thought... Okay, I guess that's just that. I thought there were more down here. I guess.
Blessings, I guess.
I guess that's not the way out either. Fine, fuck it, whatever.
I love how every time we start one of these streams, we're like, okay, so we have to try and watch our language to make sure we actually get monetized this round. And it, by the end of it, we've probably clocked in at least just innumerable amounts of just fuck it's.
Stop. Don't stop compounding it.
I mean, lead by example. It's your channel.
Excusez-moi, I was leading by example. You're the one who literally acknowledged it and then continued to swear whilst acknowledging it. You beach. Bump that up a bit. Ah, yeah. Yeah. Bump up improved herbalism. And Blizzard! Great spell, terrible company. And then as well. Save. Oh, good sign! Oh, like the Darkspawn. That's also another really good sign. Hi. So I guess the guy wasn't lying. This place is overrun by Darkspawn.
Lovely.
Yeah, I agree, Evelyn. It is lovely. And more people being hung. Great sign.
Oh, and more Darkspawn! Hi, Darkspawn!
Ooh, woo, what's this?
Of course.
that you might be over-leveled for an area. The enemies are easily overwhelmed.
Sometimes.
Well, okay. Oh god, I will never not be in this place and not remember the time when I accidentally set Zevran to activate poison making whenever he entered battle because I didn't know what I was doing at the time. So the battle would start, and then all of a sudden he would start spamming poison making and interrupting the flow of battle to try and brew a potion in the middle of the battle. I was like, oh no, and so I had to reset his tactics for the middle of battle to not do that.
Lovely.
Key required. Alright. Oh my god, Darkspawn, and then they all show up and it's like, ooh, ooh, woo, ooh, woo, ooh, woo, ooh, woo.
Corpse.
Quest updated. And there's more cat.
Yep.
Cat still has opinion. Wow, it just kind of sounded like Alistair swore there. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. Oh, shit. Crap. Oh, that's a lot of Darkspawn. Alright,
Look at all these corpses.
Come on, Evelyn. Do the thing. There we go. Oh my god, Blackjack!
Lovely.
Ah, bloodied bronze key. I wonder what that could be to. Herlock Alpha. Decent amount of money. Broken chest. At least it's not a broken chest pocket. So, gee, we got a key. I wonder what it could be for. Olaf's prized cheese knife. And a small clear lightning crystal. Small clear lightning crystal. I wonder what these crystals could be for. So. Oh, Jesus. Oh, thank you for subscribing, Dr. Kablamo.
Thank you very much.
I'm gonna need to have to update that macro at some point. But anyway. Basket of birdseed. This basket is almost empty. Most of the birdseed seems to have been, what was it? Scattered around for the birds. Okay. Shale. This statue appears to be inert.
This is a golem, I believe. Damaged, perhaps beyond repair. There may be a way to reactivate it, though that is not necessarily wise.
On closer inspection, you see that the statue is embedded with numerous crystals, some of them cracked. It may be of dwarven make. Well, we got the control rod before, so Dulef Gar. Activate the golem. Nothing happens. Apparently either the rod is not working or the code word is incorrect. Okay, so still nothing. Alright, so we're gonna have to dig around, it seems. Let's see what else we can find.
So I shall. I could do that for you.
Well then do it. Don't make me do it.
Marvelous.
Excellent, alright. Well, the only other place that we can go is Wilhelm's cellar. Why stuff is for nerds. I mean, I am a nerd, so...
Yeah, I think we're all nerds here.
We're all nerds down here. Strange crystal cluster. Small, clear, natural crystal. Huh. Well, that's a dead body.
And of course my mind goes to the Cheshire Cat. Oh, that can't be helped. We're all nerds here. I can't do the Cheshire Cat to save my life.
Please don't do the Cheshire Cat.
That was more bordering on Winnie the Pooh.
I was gonna say.
I mean, part of me thinks they may have had the same voice actor.
I think they did, yes.
Yeah.
Maybe not. No, I mean, at least a similar... I think it was the same voice actor for Caw, wasn't it?
I think maybe Cheshire Cat also played that mouse from Aristocats, and I think that voice actor also did Winnie the Pooh at some point.
Probably. Anyway, Darkspawn.
Yeah.
Alright, you beaches want to keep coming?
I tried to be merciful.
You guys are really slow. Oh, well, they're all dead now. Oh, more Darkspawn. You guys want to handle that while I loot the bodies, or are you guys just that incompetent?
Of course.
Guys! 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 Guys!
Good?
I don't know how you missed it. It yelled first.
There's something very memeable about this.
You guys are morons.
Yes, but they're your morons.
Oh, more Darkspawn yelling. Are you gonna notice it this time, or? You guys are terrible at this. Also, I'm gonna take that off.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
Whatever. What are you giggling at?
Just this whole thing.
As you usually do.
Yeah.
As a side note, a programming note here, I'm going to see what I can do to actually make it all the way to the end of this particular short side quest. It's actually not that long. Wilhelm's Special Brew. Oh, that's a dead person. Oh, that's a bunch of Darkspawn. In an enclosed space. Alright, let's try this again. Okay, that's better. Did I get interrupted? Mother crapper. You guys really suck. There appear to be people. Glowing crystal. Large, clear, natural crystal. Okay. I'll get to the people in a second. They can take their time.
So I shall.
Ooh, sapphire. One of my favorite stones, actually. Decades-old letter. What does that say? Madam, I can assure you that the Circle of Magi is not a sacrilegious institution and that, indeed, we operate under the supervision of the Chantry. It would make our investigation of your husband's death much easier if you would simply cooperate with us. I'm disappointed to hear that you sold the Golem's activation rod. I understand both it and your husband were of invaluable aid to King Marek during the war against Orlais. Without the rod, we cannot discern whether Wilhelm's Golem was responsible for his murder. The Golem will simply have to remain where it is unless the villagers can find a means to destroy it. Our condolences to you and your son for your loss. I imagine it is of little consolation to you, but your husband is much admired here and will be missed. Maker keep you, First Enchanter Arlen. Alright. I guess let's deal with the giant glowing wall in the room.
By the Maker, we're saved!
It's about par for the course for this series.
You weren't sent by the ban, were you? To save us?
Oh, hi, Cullen again. Again? Oh, alright, take care, Ragnar.
Alright, have a good one.
Let's see. No, I am a Grey Warden.
A Grey Warden? Here? Thank the Maker for our luck! But if you weren't sent by someone, why are you here? If you don't mind me asking.
I'm looking for whoever owned that statue outside.
The statue outside? Why would... I think I see. You bought the control rod, didn't you? You came here looking for Shale.
And he also said brought.
I mean...
He's a mage. I know, Blackjack.
That damnable Golem brought us nothing but trouble. My mother sold the rod years ago after it killed my father, and good riddance.
Oh my god, Blackjack! Blackjack!
Blackjack, who pissed in your cereal, my dude?
Killed your father? What do you mean?
My father's name was Wilhelm, mage to the Arls of Redcliffe and a hero in the war against Orlais. And what did he get? One day, my mother found him outside the tower, with so many broken bones she could barely recognize him, and Shale standing over him just like it is now. My father deserved better than that. But if you really want to wake Shale up, well, it's yours now.
Is there anything else you can tell me about this golem?
My mother never talked about it much. I was just a small child when my father died. Look, I know you probably have more important things on your mind, but I really need your help. I know you already saved my life, and I'm grateful, but my daughter is inside the laboratory. She was afraid and ran too far in before I could stop her. I don't know how she made it past my father's defenses. One of the men tried to go after her. He was killed, but you could find her, couldn't you?
How do you even know she's still alive?
I don't, it's true. I'm terrified that something's happened to her and she's lying in there, injured. I can't leave here until I know for certain. Surely you can understand that.
What killed this man who went after her?
There are defenses my father put down here to keep strangers out. I knew about the barrier, I had the key for that, but the rest of it, well, we never came down here. Ever.
I'll see if I can find her.
You will? Thank the Maker! My father's laboratory is just past the next area, I think. She has to be there.
I wonder.
Why won't she come back, or at least yell out? I don't understand!
I haven't even left yet. Can you tell me anything about the defenses?
Not really. We never came down here after my father died. My mother was too frightened. The barrier was supposed to keep most people out, and those who got past it dealt with whatever lies ahead. I can only imagine what my father was doing that he needed to be so careful. I'm not sure I want to know.
What do you remember about the golem?
Almost nothing. It used to be bigger, I think. Aside from that, it was just a walking statue. Father said it talked, but I never heard it. Mother tried to have it destroyed, but no luck. I think that's when she sold the rod, but no one ever came to claim it.
Can you... tell me more about your father, Wilhelm?
I was so young when he died, I hardly remember. All I know is he was a fine mage and a healer. What he needed this laboratory for, or why the circle of magi let him be out here, I honestly have no idea.
I want to know how to activate that golem.
How to activate it? We just used the control rod and the code phrase. Or did Mother give them the wrong one? I wouldn't be surprised. She said she never wanted to see Shale activated again. Bring back Amelia and I'll gladly tell you the proper phrase, if you really want it.
I'm not going to intimidate him. Agreed. I'll see what I can do.
Please hurry!
Boy, your tone shifts depending on what was just said.
Mean.
Alright. Oh, autosave. Oh good, spider webs! Makes me feel good.
Spider webs and Ray Charles' head.
That sounds like a demon.
Wow, I didn't think my singing was that bad.
I was right! It was demons! Oh god, that almost killed me. Oops, no, I don't want to... Oh boy, that's loud. God! Blackjack!
You know, Blackjack, just because we're talking about a character named Wilhelm doesn't mean you have to scream the whole time.
Book.
On my way.
The Journal of the Enchanter Wilhelm. 13 Fluitanus. The interrogation of the demon is going well and is rather fascinating, provided that what it is saying is true. I sent all my research so far to First Enchanter Arden, and while he is concerned about my safety, he does not think there is a reason to stop just yet. All I hope is that the Templars do not discover what I am doing. How will we ever find another way to deal with the demonic possession if the Chantry does not let us research it? 20 Illuviesta. Young Matthias nearly wandered down here again today, and this time I forgot to leave the barrier up. I believe I will key the defenses to ignore anyone of my blood. I would rather have the boy stumble into the laboratory than have him killed by my forgetfulness. Poor lad. All he wants is to know why his father spends so much time beneath the tower. I will spend more time with him soon, I swear it. 28 Illuviesta. Shale is acting strangely. I wonder if I should discontinue my experiments upon it. I am so near a breakthrough, I'm certain. Perhaps it is best if I focus on the demon. 2 Matronalis. The demon almost managed to get away again. Tricky. I shall have to be more careful. Young Eamon sent a letter asking me to return to Redcliffe. I shall have to consider it. Soon. 11 Matronalis. Could it be? What an intriguing discovery, especially considering that the demon was attempting to keep me from it at all costs. Or did it lead me to that information by seeming to deny it from me? I must discover the truth. 19 Umbralia. I think it is time to dismiss this demon. It is too dangerous for me to continue holding it, and I cannot discount the possibility that it is having some influence over the golem. Or is it my experiments? I will try to deactivate Shale for the time being, and then deal with the demon once and for all. Let it end here. There are no further entries.
You guys like my voice acting? I hope you do.
Alright, so that's where I came in. Alright. Strange crystal cluster. Small, clear fire crystal. These are a lot of crystals we're getting. I wonder what they could be for. Small, clear ice crystal. Ah. I should probably also save. I know I had an autosave.
Yeah, well, I mean, as you said, better safe than sorry.
You're not allowed to make jokes. It's my stream.
Nobody do anyway.
Yeah, I know. There will be comeuppance.
That's the thing. Like, you seem to continuously regret having me on whenever you have me on. I feel like me being involved in anything of yours should come with an advisory warning at this point.
That is distinctly possible. Anyway.
What do you mean you've never climbed a tree? Don't cats like to be in trees?
She's talking to a cat.
I mean, as you
Oh,
do.
look. Someone's come to play. You have come to play, haven't you? We're playing a guessing game. It's better with more people.
We? Who is we?
Kitty and me, of course. You don't see anyone else here, do you? Anyway, you should go if you're not going to play. Kitty finds you distracting.
The cat finds me distracting?
Kitty's clever. She says you want to take me back to my father, but I'm not going. She would be lonely.
You are so kind, Amalia. I would miss you dearly if you left.
Oh, hi, demon. That's not really a cat, is it?
Of course she's a cat. She just talks, that's all.
Talking is simple enough, once you know how.
Amalia, you need to return to your father.
Nothing you say will convince Amalia to go with you. She loves only me now. I am her friend, while you are just a stranger.
What have you done to her?
I have done nothing. I am all but powerless. The mage made sure of that, didn't he? I cannot leave this chamber. No, Amalia found me. After decades of isolation, her company is welcome. It seems we are at an impasse, so let me propose a compromise of sorts. Release me, mortal, and let me have the girl. Let us return to her father and leave this place forever.
Let you have the girl? You mean possess her?
That's such a crude way of putting it. I do not wish to harm Amalia. I merely want to see your world through her eyes. Is that so wrong?
I'll free you. And you can have the girl.
Thank you. You are very gracious. The mage's wards hold me within this chamber, and only a mortal may approach them. There is a trick to disarming the wards, but I do not know it. Perhaps you will succeed where the girl failed.
Oh, this is so exciting! Kitty is going to be free! I've always wanted a cat, and Kitty is so perfect and pretty.
Alright, how do I order them all to stop? Let's see, what are the key bindings? Controls. Alright, how do I... Camera controls, player controls, menus, miscellaneous. Hold position / move freely. Okay.
By the way, I love this game's clear bias towards dogs. Literally every other animal just has completely dead eyes. Like, I almost feel like that bear was a bit of a precursor to this.
Ah, okay.
Well, all right.
Somehow I can hover over the abyss.
Don't even worry about it.
As you desire.
No.
Well, all right.
You know, demonic possession would explain the hell out of Blackjack's constant screaming.
Stop setting me on fire. Okay,
Seems
let's...
to be a continuous theme this stream.
Of course.
Maybe not stand in the fire. No, what did I just tell you?
Kitty says Grandpa Wilhelm locked her up in his room. Isn't that awful?
I'm being an idiot and walking into the fire, but I don't care.
Well, all right.
I mean, none of the other characters like care at this point. I can't say I'm surprised you don't.
He's my best friend.
And so I shall. Of course. As you desire.
I was thinking about the sun, silly.
I was thinking about the sun, silly, she says. Alright. So, I mean, you may have guessed, but the way to get to this puzzle is to have it connect with those two sides.
Right.
And I'm not good necessarily.
Well, all right.
Actually.
And so I shall. As you desire.
Oh, it's a flower. Is it a daffodil? I like daffodils.
I'm just gonna keep setting myself on fire. Hope everyone's good with that.
I mean, again, it seems to have become a theme.
Well, all right. Lovely. And so I shall.
I like it when Kitty sings to me. I was thinking about the sun, silly.
Of course. As you desire. And so I shall. Lovely.
So, how about that local sports team?
I was thinking about the sun, silly.
All right.
Sorry, I'm trying to concentrate, you bitch. Okay, I think I found it.
Hey.
I think. Yep.
Yes. I can feel the magic fading. Oh, I had forgotten how it feels not to be caged.
Kitty? What's happening?
A wonderful thing, my dear, for both of us.
I said I'd free you. I didn't say I'd let you live.
Betrayal! You will not take the girl. She is mine!
Kitty, you're scaring me. I won't let you inside me. I won't.
Oh, and would you look at that? It's a demon.
Surprise, surprise.
Liliana approves, Wynn approves, and Alistair approves. Good. Well, let's see. Kitty, how about some fire?
I mean, everyone else has had a piece, so... Just realize how bad that sounds considering the type of demon this is.
I mean, I wasn't gonna say anything.
Yeah.
Hey, you wanna do that, bitch?
I love how the name over the demon is still creepy.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't think the demon had a name. Other than Kitty, so...
Fair. I mean, it's just... Usually it's just Desire Demon or...
Oh, yeah.
some such.
Well, I mean, given that she was given a proper name, I hear more demons. I was correct. Oh, I forgot to release them. That's why they're not attacking. Sorry, guys. I meant to tell you to come. Whoops.
Again.
You're the one who's looking for inappropriate things, sir.
Yes, because clearly the kitty titties weren't inherently inappropriate on their own.
Excuse me. Watch your language.
The only children present has left the dungeon.
I don't know. There seems to be one in call with me.
Well, I will fully admit to being a child. This is no news to me.
We have done well, says Liliana.
Justice reigns from above.
Shush.
You did it! You freed her! Thank you so much!
I'm sorry I ran away, Daddy. I was so scared.
It's all right, Butterfly. You're safe now. All the bad creatures are gone. The phrase to activate Shale is Doolan Han. If you still want that bloody thing. I wouldn't if I were you. Now we should go, and quickly. Thank you again. We owe you our lives.
Oh, and we got money for it, apparently. Okay. Alright. Fair enough. Alright, well, now we got ourselves a golem. I mean, we have to go claim it first. I think you're going to like this golem, Griffin. I have the sneaking suspicion. You may have let the demon... Yeah, you mentioned that you did the equivalent of the genocide run in this game. So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. It is an option, by the way. Okay. Oh, there's a note. I didn't notice the note. What does the note say? A note from the Hanleith Village Council. Mistress Matilda, the Council has unanimously agreed to put you in charge of the decorations for Hanleith's upcoming Harvest Festival. We all adored what you did with the village for the winter solstice. As usual, the statue must be adorned with items that capture the essence of the season. Iris kindly offered the use of her wide-brimmed straw hat with the berries and daisies and would love to see it on the statue. Farmer Goodman will also donate some of his baby pumpkins. I think a garland of small pumpkins and ribbons draped about the statue's shoulders would be lovely. Whatever you decide will be splendid, I'm sure. And we're all looking forward to it. Councilman Murray.
Halloween starts earlier every year.
Alright. I'm gonna save again because I'm extra like that. Alright. Dulan Harn.
It's clobbering time.
I knew that the day would come when someone would find the control rod. And of course, it is another mage. That is what it is. Yes? Yes. Just my luck.
How do you know I'm a mage?
It thinks these crystals are simply for show, I see. It thinks I cannot sense the energies it commands. Huh. I stood here in this spot and watched the wretched little villagers scurry around me for, oh, I have no idea how long. Many, many years.
Oh, you poor dear. That would be really, really boring.
And the villagers had no idea they were being watched. Creepy.
I was just beginning to get used to the quiet, too. Tell me, are all the villagers dead?
Not all of them, no.
Some got away, then. How unfortunate.
Do you have a name?
Perhaps. I may have forgotten after all the years of being called Gollum. Gollum, fetch me that chair. Do be a good Gollum and squash that insipid bandit. And let's not forget, Gollum, pick me up. I tire of walking. It does have the control rod, doesn't it? I am awake, so it must.
Is something wrong?
I see the control rod, yet I feel... Go on, order me to do something.
Fine, attack Alistair. No, but... Alright. Walk over there.
And, nothing. I feel nothing. I feel no compulsion to carry out its command. I suppose this means the rod is... broken?
Shouldn't you be happy about that?
I suppose if I can be commanded, this means I have free will, yes? It is simply, what should I do? I have no memories beyond watching this village for so long. I have no purpose. I find myself at a bit of a loss. What about it? It must have awoken me for some reason, no? What did it intend to do with me?
I hadn't given it much thought.
I see. Wonderful. I suppose I have two options, do I not? Go with it or go elsewhere? I do not even know what lies beyond this village.
Are you going to keep calling me it?
Yes, very likely.
What do you want to do?
I watched this village for so long, unable to move or act. My memories of anything before are vague at best. So I have no idea what I want to do. I'm glad to be mobile. Is that not enough?
You killed your former master.
Did I? I remember that I had a former master. The mage with the furry brows who poked and prodded and barked orders. Did I kill him? I hope I did kill him. Perhaps the last order he barked was, Gollum, stop crushing my head. Ah!
I notice you don't call him it.
Yes, I'm just funny that way.
You're welcome to come with me.
Are you certain you want to bring that thing with us? It could be dangerous and large.
Think of it as a possible... as a portable battering ram.
Good point. Better it than me, anyhow.
I will follow it about then. For now. I am called Shale, by the way.
I'm Evelyn. Pleased to meet you.
This should be interesting.
Well, I'm gonna just kind of temporarily drop Shale into my party. Alistair disapproves -1. Fair enough. And Shale comes equipped with a large chipped spirit crystal. But you know what's interesting? Remember those other crystals that we were picking up this entire time? Yeah. They're elemental damage, and they can add different aspects to combat. Shale is actually a wonderful tank. And actually can do minor magic related to whatever crystals are equipped, I think, if I recall correctly. Okay, no, but they are very, very strong. And Shale's health is a little bit lower. Well, oh, I think actually they gain health. Anyway, I'm going to save real quick.
Not a bad idea.
And have a chat with Shale.
I see it found some augmentation crystals. I was not even aware it knew about them. Well done. So, what does it think? They don't make me look any wider, do they? I find I'm already too wide as it is.
I think they're so pretty.
They are, aren't they? I so adore them. I think it should find some more as soon as possible. I want to glitter from ear to ear, so to speak.
Shale approves +6. All I had to do was call their crystals pretty. Never mind the burning village around us. Let's keep talking with Shale. What's with the heavy sighs?
Oh, that. Merely reflecting on the hopeless nature of the task in front of it. The most likely outcome is that it and its companions will become a stain on some rock for the Darkspawn to tread upon. I shall be moved to a single tear by the tragedy.
Glad to know you care, at least.
It's true. One single tear, and then it's off to the north, I think. Or maybe west. I haven't decided. What's that? Did it hear flapping wings? There may be pigeons nearby. We should be alert.
Shale approves +4. What's that? Did it hear what? Did it hear flapping wings? It might be pigeons. Guess what, Griffin? Shale doesn't like pigeons or birds of any kind.
Listen.
They are very antisocial. They refer to people as it because, quite fairly, Shale was referred to as it the entire time. Irrational fear. No, it's not irrational fear of pigeons. Griffin can attest. They are dangerous mother flappers.
Birds in general seem to completely hate me.
I mean, you've got it documented on camera and everything.
I mean, not to mention, I've been known to be a bit stone cold when it comes to socialization.
I hate you.
I know.
I would have expected golems to be different.
Different? Different than what? Different than a statue? Different than a log? Should I talk in a monotone? Yes, Master, I exist to serve the Master. I shall kill for the Master and only for the Master. Perhaps it expected me to have a booming voice. Recite limericks. I can recite limericks, if it likes.
Are they dirty limericks?
Mostly they involve slaughtering pigeons in creative and invasive manners. I have never met another golem. I have no idea what one might be like, or why I wouldn't be like them. Why? Has it met other golems? Did they not sound as I do?
You just seem very... well... being different isn't so bad.
Did I say it was bad? It thinks I hang on its every word, waiting for approval. I don't know what other golems might be like, but I am already superior by virtue of my free will. this is a good thing.
I agree. Being a golem would be handy.
Imagine the benefits. No need to eat or sleep or perform other functions. Walk underwater, crush the heads of every opponent. The possibilities are limitless. Barring the occasional 30 years or so of paralysis, there's little to compare. Now stop talking so much. The wagging of its moist little tongue is distracting.
Shale approves, +8. Alright, so already got their approval up to 20. All just by chatting with it. Well, I think we've chatted enough.
Yeah.
And you're going to hear it booming behind us, those of you in the chat. They have heavy footfalls, they do.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cutscene, I guess. Oh, God, this one. No!
Listen.
Look at all those chickens. You mean the one that's now gone?
No, all of them. There.
Oh, still just the one. Anyway, gonna go back
we
to
are
camp.
Legion, for we are many nuggets.
Shh, just in case. Going back to camp. Excuse me. Game? You okay? You're flickering a lot.
I mean, it's Dragon Age.
And here is Shale. Let's see. I have some questions.
It doesn't have better things to do.
No. Are those crystals in your skin? Skin? It's stone, Evelyn.
I like to think of them as accessories.
But what do they do?
I suspect that it is an art that was practiced when golems were more, commonplace. My former master collected whatever lore he could find on the subject.
I'm not a
He
collector.
searched far and wide to collect what crystals he could and then added them. It is not an unpleasant sensation.
It's... so... their decoration?
As I understand it, the crystals allow me to alter the flow of magic around me. Wilhelm had hoped to turn me into a battery of mana, something he could tap at will.
But they can do other things, too.
Some of the crystals increase the presence of mana, some absorb or reflect spells. There are various kinds. All I can promise is that should it ever find one of these crystals, I can likely tell it the function and what it would do if added to me.
Would you be willing to have more added?
Why not? I don't get to wear clothing and other adornments like the rest of you creatures after all. That answers its question, I assume? Unless it has more.
No, no more questions.
Better to save them for the next random stranger it decides to interrogate. Let us leave now.
Shale approves +4. Alright, well... that's gonna, I think, do it for today. We've rounded up quite a few of these side quests and have ourselves a new companion.
Such as it were.
Oh, Shale is a wonderful companion. I absolutely love having them on board. They are a very interesting flavor to the events as they transpire.
And
But
apparently that flavor is matcha.
this is why you can't have nice things. Okay. So I think that's going to wrap things up for today. I think there was a lot of stuff that we accomplished. I mean, none of the major story arcs, but we took care of quite a few of the side quests, knocked those out of the park, and probably will be able to collect rewards on those. We've got a new companion, and we got to learn a little bit more about some of our other companions. For example, Liliana, and the betrayal by her former lover, and Wynne, and the fact that she's dead, kind of. Yeah. Anyway, our companions are turning out to be a very interesting bunch of people. Yeah. I wonder what else we're going to learn about them as time goes by. But, this has been a lot of fun, as it always is. I want to thank all of you who came out today to actually watch the stream, and those of you who are watching this on YouTube later. I also appreciate you giving this a look. I appreciate it a lot. I mean, if you enjoy my videos and you want to give them a thumbs up and you want to give a little bit of a comment or something like that, I do read every comment, and each one of these things does actually help the channel. I know I've said that a million times already, but it really does help. And just in general, I thrive off of feedback, and, you know, until I start getting some more of the other original content that I've got planned going out, it certainly sustains me in the meantime. But either way, you know, I want to thank, you know, everyone who's here. I want to thank everyone who's over in the Discord. I mean, the Discord server is not technically fully open, but it is there is technically a public one. There's still so much left to explore with this game. We're in the thick of it now. We're about, like I said, about 1/3 of the way through the game. There's a lot of content, and this is, again, just the first one in 3 of the series. And I am planning on going through all 3 as they are currently released as of right now. There's technically a rumored 4th game being worked on, but we'll see how that goes, if and when it gets out.
Yeah.
But I love this game. So, for those of you who may be not watching this presently live, if you're not able to make it to the streams on Saturday, which are usually at 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern, I also do an additional stream on Sunday mornings for me, which is 3 a.m. for me, but ends up being 9 a.m. over in the UK. So GMT, I believe it's 6 hours ahead of where I am. So if you're able to make that, or if that's easier for you to attend, I actually plan on continuing my playthrough of Undertale, as a matter of fact. The last I left off was I was about to actually face Asgore, which intimidated the heck out of me. And it still does, and I'm still pretty sure that, especially being out of practice as I am and all of that, it's gonna be a thing. It's gonna be a thing, I think, and I don't think it's going to go well. But we'll see how it goes, because immediately following that is the other interesting fight. And we shall see how that goes. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for joining me, Griffin. As always, it was a pleasure, despite all of my supposed implications that it's not, having you on with me. And I hope to see you guys all either tomorrow or next week. Hope to see you then, guys.
Take care.